to the show.
What's up?
What's going on? It feels like we got back from vacation. We're scrambling a bit, but we are ready for our first show back from vacation. Look at us. We're all tanned up.
Yeah.
And
let's be honest, we have the sniffles.
We do have the sniffles.
But the good thing to know is it's just the sniffles.
Yes.
Went down to South Carolina, completely vaxxed up, but still wearing our mask, social distancing, the whole nine. But it's that change in climate, man. That climate is so tropical. I think that ride home for me in the air conditioning car, sitting in that car for 11 hours, I think that was the trick.
I don't know. I thought I had allergies. I do have allergies. And I think mine feels like it's different than yours. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it feels a little bit of the same.
Yeah.
So did I give you something? I hope not.
But we're good.
But all is well.
We're coming out of it.
All is well.
Thank you so much for tuning into this latest edition of the Married in Media Weekly Review.
Yes.
With Allison and Marc.
Yes. Yeah.
First of all, we also always have to check in on how did it go on vacation for you. Marc had weight loss surgery on April 19th. I'm not speaking out of turn. He talks about it openly. So how was it being on vacation?
It was good.
In the land of delicious low country cooking, Lord.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I had a pork chop. I had some stuff. And
we're live too. So hey, everybody.
What's going on, Lowen Bowman? Hey, appreciate you. I basically for that week I lost 1 pound.
Okay.
Which was cool.
That's good. You lost.
But yeah, because I discovered this one place, a gas station.
Yeah.
And they had at 10:30 they put out lunch, and lunch was a pork chop. It was some chicken. It was some
that mac and cheese,
rice and peas.
Yeah,
it was mac and cheese.
Yeah,
but the funny part was, and you cracked on me because you were spending your money. You were like, you need to get appetizers from restaurants because every time
we want to go to a restaurant and Marc will be like, let me see now what's on the menu. Okay, I'm gonna get the full size, blah blah blah, knowing he can only eat this much of it. But to your credit, you did bring it home, and we all ate your leftovers, so that was good. But,
It's funny. It is funny because you're right. It's like the old habits. I order an entree, and you really can't. You
just can't.
2 wings, baby. 2 wings, or come back later on, like you said. But so vacation was great. Oh, speaking of vacation.
Mm-hmm. So man, the African journey in America. Let's say it that, right?
Okay.
From not having citizenship to being considered property to freedom to 100 years of Jim Crow, basically discrimination, to just being able to vote in 1965. The Black experience in America is truly a unique one. And even in that, we find snatches of joy, fortitude, resilience, things to be proud of. We honor our ancestors. And I got a unique chance to do that when we stopped through Charleston on the way back. So my mother's family is from Charleston, South Carolina. I went every summer. I'm talking about what day does DCPS get out of school, DC public school? That next day, we're in the car. We're going down to Charleston. I'm staying for 3 months until I come back to school here in the Washington area. So my best friends were there. My grandmother was like a second mother. My granddad too, second dad. And so her whole family is from there. My dad's family is from Memphis. I'm probably closer to my mom's family just because I was there, though I love my Seymour family. Long story short, we've done the research in my family. And one of the branches of our family tree that goes through my grandmother, the Lee side, leads us back to a woman named Sally. Now, the deep part about Sally is her enslaved name was Sally Martin. So I'm calling her Sally. She was emancipated by her owner. In the complicated history that is ours, they had 5 or 6 children together. He set her up in business. She becomes you can look it up, Google her. Her name is, that's the other part. She becomes one of the matriarchs of cooking, catering, all that in Charleston back in the late 1700s up until the Civil War with the help of her daughter. When she is emancipated, did you like I said that?
I know.
Emancipated.
Thank you, Oprah.
When she is emancipated, really she's manumitted when the manumission papers from her owner, whose name was Thomas Martin, she takes the name. Her name was Sarah Martin as a slave, as an enslaved person. She takes the name Sally Seymour. Randomly, as far as we can see, she randomly takes the name Seymour. that's not my side of the family. That's my dad's side, is Seymour. So I've always been attached to her legacy and who she was. Through the help of a researcher in South Carolina, I was able to find out where she was enslaved, where she served as a slave until like 1725. This is way back in Charleston, right? And this is the picture of me standing in front of my, I think, 6 grandmothers back, Sally Seymour's house in Charleston. Here it is. Yeah. So standing in front of this house, and this house has not changed that much. There's a historical, registry sign out of it. They've split the property. That's one trad street in Charleston. There's a half trad street on the corner. But that's where she was. That's where she worked as a cook. That's where she was enslaved. That's where she had these, 5 children. I think it's 5 or 6 for this slave master. And she left there and opened up her own shop right on the same street. Look her up. Her name is Sally Seymour. Her daughter's name is Eliza Seymour Lee. They are considered the matriarchs of cooking in Charleston, South Carolina before the Civil War. Eliza would go on to own several restaurants and hotels and all of this. So they were that family. Then comes the Civil War and Sally leaves. She ends up dying in Manhattan, but this is her mother's house. Her mom died when she was in her 40s from one of those diphtheria or one of those illnesses. But that's the house. So being there was like an amazing moment for me. And I thank you for, the stop in Charleston on the way back so I could.
Well, I think, really, you said something when we were there that really sunk in, and it's weird how things happen like that. When you were talking about, she could see the water.
She could see the water
from this thing. And then if, in the same block, the cobblestone leads to the water. And she walked on that. It just hit me, right?
She walked
hit
on
me.
that.
When you said that, I was like, man, I was, we drove back separately. We had 2 cars this year. And that really sunk in when you said that, because you just go, man, because you love history and you love to be in the space.
Love family history.
So it really did give me another perspective. So it was great to, and what a blessing, babe, that that history.
What a blessing, but also a curse, because I can go all the way back to 1501 with the Martin family, the White family. That's where my history stops on her side. I want to know, did she come from Africa?
Oh, yeah.
I want to know, was she sold as a child? I want to know, did she know her mother? Can't find any of that out. So.
But again, you are ahead of the game.
Oh,
most African Americans or Africans do not go back to the 1700s.
Absolutely.
Like that, in the specific place. So that's pretty amazing.
She's freed in the late 1700s. So
well, and speaking of amazing, because we got positive news this time.
We try not to be so dang on heavy, though slavery is not. But it's the story of fortitude. And look, we're still here.
History was made this week, babe.
History was made this week.
First African-American spelling bee champion.
Yes, her name is Zaila Avant-Garde. She is a 14-year-old triple Guinness World Book holder for basketball skills. Yes. But she has won the first African-American to win the Scripps National Spelling Bee. So she wins it all over everybody nationally. She also wins $50,000. So, and she just becomes the first. Oh, got a cough. Go ahead. Okay,
again, history's being made. She's 14. She was so great on television. She's a basketball prodigy. She wants to go to Harvard. She wants to work for NASA. And I have a feeling
her backup plan.
She's going to do all of that.
Her backup plan is to go to NASA.
She's going to do all of it.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's going to do everything she wants to do.
14 years old.
Okay, so those are 2 positive stories. Now let's do a couple petty stories.
Okay, you go.
Petty report. Now, Miss Jones, who was a radio personality mainly, but she's kind of like Wendy Williams light, if you will.
Okay.
She claims that Diddy stole her R&B style from Mary J. Blige. Now, Miss Jones
stole her R&B style for Mary J. Blige.
Yes.
Okay.
She said she slept with Busta Rhymes thinking she'd get a feature. And she says that, this is all on the Drink Champs podcast. She said that, yes, she says Mary can't sing. And she said she couldn't either, but her style, Diddy stole her style from Mary J. Blige. Now, the only problem with that is Mary J. Blige is so Mary J. Blige that it's like hard to.
Yeah.
But, Miss Jones, she learned from Wendy.
Do we have some proof?
No.
Of how her she sounds?
No, she's just talking. Again, it's petty, baby. It's a petty report.
No.
Also, what was my other petty story? Lord, I had another petty story.
Was it about Bill Cosby wanting to do comedy?
Well, that one, I said, did I not say that?
You said it.
I knew he's good. Bill Cosby not going. Bill Cosby is going to do comedy.
Let's talk about it.
I didn't put that in the petty report because that's going to happen. Bill Cosby's going to do comedy.
Who's going to the show?
Bill Cosby fans will be going to the show. I think, this is, again, I don't talk about this because number one, it's too sensitive. Number five, I have 3 little daughters and Allison who are like junior Thurgood Marshall. So you cannot open up. You don't want to open up that conversation.
You can open it up.
In our household. You can open it, but you get shut down. This is what I mean. Bill Cosby feels like he did nothing wrong. Bill Cosby feels like is a miscarriage of justice. He probably is going to win. Sadly, he is probably going to get the Montgomery County is going to get punished because they basically did go. The prosecutor was it Pennsylvania? I think. Anyway, whoever the prosecutor, the prosecutor is going to get something's going to happen because
So the background, if in the whole legal in the weed stuff, right, is that his deposition, what he said in that was not supposed to be used against him, but it was
exactly, and so that's the whole thing. So it has, his guilt and the public opinion versus the legal opinion is obviously different, as we saw with both judges actually, Judge
Joe Brown,
Mathis, and Judge Brown. Mm-hmm. They're talking from a legal standpoint, but the court of public opinion is totally different. Oh Lord Jesus, don't be scaring me, Sydney.
Yes.
And so I know he's going to come back out, and there'll be people who go out and support Bill Cosby.
So, and he's also working on a docu-series about himself as he plans to return.
All the stuff he's all the stuff he's coming. And wait a minute, I'm sorry, I didn't show a picture of our spelling bee winner.
No, you did not.
We were doing a story, baby. You didn't cue me or anything?
Well, I talked about the story for about 2.5 minutes.
You can bump me under the table to tell me?
There
she is. So
Hi,
cute. 14 is such a cute age, and she's doing it.
What a great trophy.
And that you see her turn around when she wants, she spun around.
With joy, yep.
Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, so I'm sorry, those are the petty stories. That was a real story. Okay.
So I, for one, if you don't think you are guilty of something, then you feel like I'm going to be out here, and he has the right to do so. I wish that he would not. That's Bill Cosby. Okay, let's talk about
that's a petty report.
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Yes.
Missing all of Tokyo.
Missing it all. Yeah.
Missing it all. I really like the way she has handled herself in all of this.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that? Well, we all know the story. She's doing an interview. Reporter breaks the news to her that her biological mama has passed away.
Yeah.
She did not know. She sought comfort in smoking a little weed, and she gets tested and she gets disqualified. Right? That's the story in a nutshell.
That's in a nutshell.
She's not saying, these rules are unfair. She obviously knew the rules were the rules, and the rules are the rules. Okay. I want us moving forward. I'm hoping that this is the catalyst for figuring out what are the rules about marijuana. That is my issue with this thing. It's like, it's not like, because when I heard she was disqualified, I'm like, oh God, was she doping? You know what I mean? And that's what you think. And then you're like, no, okay, it's marijuana. I'm not. Yeah, she's an Olympic athlete. I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying. Here's what I will say about Sha'Carri before we go, because she's not done. She'll be back, and she'll be stronger than ever.
Oh yeah, no, she's a kid. She's what, 23? She's young. She's very young.
I love what Kindred said. Kindred, the Family Soul.
Mm-hmm. Oh, great.
Yes.
Our favorite couple.
Mm-hmm. Basically, it was a post that said, let's basically show the same sort of support to all Black girls with like orange hair and long nails that we're showing for her. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? And I think that is so poignant because we tend to look somebody, we dismiss them for whatever preconceived notions we have about somebody who might have like, all that orange hair and nails and lashes, and oh no, she's a champion. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the lesson for all of us. I'm sure Sha'Carri has, she has a lot to think about, and she'll be back. And I love how she's going above it and she said, I'm human.
Yeah, I think she's handled it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, actually, you know, I do sell this delicious beverage, and we actually vend out at in Prince George's County in our area for track meets. And so you're seeing a lot of young people with the different colored hair and the nails and things like that. The one thing I will say from our generation, and the thing about it that is real, is that when you do step out, when you are special, when you do make yourself special and stand out, you get more heat. So it's almost like, and I love the fact, I feel like with her, in her case, she has handled the heat. You know what I mean? As far as she welcomes the attention, and I think she's handled it well. But I do think it is a precautionary tale when you do step out there. The spotlight's big on you. It makes it even bigger, you know. And so, but that's something that, again, I would say to my daughters, and if you want to, and again, our daughter who had, you know, a piercing that we didn't necessarily agree with, whatever, she was like, we said our little piece, and she's like, yep, and I'm gonna get it. And so that's what I'm saying. I say it just because I think it needs to be said, but I have no problem if you want to do that and you want to take the heat, go on and take it.
Yeah, she's taking it. Nick Cannon has responded to all of you people
and his daddy
who got a problem with all these babies out here having. He said this is basically not by accident. He says, this is a quote, the ones that got pregnant were the ones who were supposed to get pregnant.
Okay. I see you, Nick.
Yeah. He says he is having kids on purpose, not on accident. A lot of people, he says he could have gotten pregnant, but I didn't. Okay, Nick. Okay.
I know what it was.
That's pretty funny.
I had another petty report.
What's your petty?
The petty report. Corinne Steffens, and I won't even say the nickname that some say because I think it's. Oh, thank you. She said, so, you know, she always talks about who she's been with. And so she was recently on the show, and she said 18-year-old Chris Brown. 18-year-old Chris Brown and 18-year-old Chris Brown and 18-year-old Michael B. Jordan. So she was spilling the tea. She has no problem spilling the tea. She said, well, you know, she was probably in her 20s. And she said that Chris Breezy, she was cleaning the bathtub in a dress, and he snuck up from behind, and she wasn't expecting that. And so she said she liked it, but he did sneak up on her. And then Michael B. Jordan.
This is such a random.
Michael B. Jordan, she said he was fine.
What's that mean?
Fine. She just said he was fine. You know,
what are you saying? Come on now. What are you talking about?
You know how they do. You know how, you know, she said he was okay.
Okay. Well, he was 18, right?
Yeah, he's a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you know, she talks these because she sells these books.
Yeah.
You know, so that's again petty.
On your part.
No, I'm saying the petty report. That's the petty report, babe.
A petty on your part, though.
Why is it petty on my part?
Why is it petty on her part?
I'm just saying you're talking about, you know, kiss and tell.
Oh, yeah.
You're kissing and tell. It's kind of petty.
That's her thing, though.
That is true. That is true. I met her one time. We probably need to stop the story right here.
Boy, please. Anyway. Okay. So we need some Robitussin. So we don't want to stay on so long. He's shaking the table.
Okay.
Is there something that happened that you want to tell me about Corinne Steffens?
No. She said that I was fine. No. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Anyway. All right. So that's that. Did we have any comments to talk about?
No, we do not. We do not have any comments. We had a couple check-ins again. Okay. This is Lowen Bowman.
So you're on StreamYard on this?
No, we are on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And that's why, this on YouTube again. We're growing our YouTube audience.
We're growing, so
now because you remember now. Babe, what do you think? Now, when we go on Facebook, we have more interaction because more people on Facebook, and you have 1 billion people on Facebook. You think we should still stay there and come over, or do you like just going on YouTube and sending people over in time?
I like doing it on YouTube. Okay. Just build it here, and you can catch us wherever.
And again, a lot of people will see this after. We're live, but most
Friday night, and people got people got things to do. People are unmasked at this point, so we hope you're having a great beginning.
What the heck? Oh Lord! Yep. Sorry about that.
Hope you're having a great beginning to your weekend and out and about, and you see this later. All you need to do is like it, subscribe, and keep on going, because we're going to keep on going.
Babe, let's do these birthdays.
Just like Sally Seymour did back in the day.
Let's do these birthdays before we go, okay? I'm going to say the name. You tell me the age.
Yeah, okay.
Ready? Richard Roundtree, Shaft.
76.
79. O.J. Simpson.
117 years.
74.
Okay.
John Tesh.
O.J. Simpson seemed like he'd been hanging around. Didn't O.J. Simpson just do something? He just did something.
I don't know. He commented on Bill Cosby.
Oh, yeah, it was O.J. Simpson's birthday today. Okay. Who? John Tesh is 73.
69.
Okay.
Jimmy Smits.
Jimmy Smits is forever fine at 71.
66.
All right.
Tom Hanks.
Hanks is 65.
Okay, you knew that one, babe. You did that on the show. Courtney Love.
Courtney Love, the singer?
Mm-hmm.
She's 42.
57.
Oh, wow.
Fred Savage, The Wonder Years.
Oh, he's 42.
45.
Okay.
Okay. So anyway, that was good, babe.
I got 1 out of 10.
That's good.
Oh, well.
All right. Well, we'll see you next Friday, 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Maybe we might have to move the date.
But Friday, maybe during the week. Yeah, Thursday might not be bad.
Monday?
Monday's not bad. But the week we're reviewing from what, last week?
We could do a review from the last week.
What's that?
We could do the review from the last week.
Okay, baby.
We'll see anyway, because we just want eyeballs, because we want to be able to talk to y'all, because we have fun doing it. But you know what? Either way, we appreciate you for the 2 people who are here, the 4, and we love you. And hope you watch later. Subscribe, like, comment, and maybe we'll just talk about some of those comments.
And listen to us every day. We're on live on 100 Hip Hop and R&B FM, which you can hit on any streaming platform. You can get Allison and Mark in the afternoon. Just Google us. And follow us. And we have a great radio show.
Yeah, we do.
That we hope, and we're going to get syndicated this year.
All right? All right, cool. Baby.
All right.
Thank you for watching Married and Media, Allison and Mark Weekly Review.
Your final parting words, motivation?
You know what? I do have I want to say this. I want to say to make sure you check in on your friends. Make sure you check in on folks who, even if they say they're okay, just check in.
That's true.
Just check in. You never know what folks are going through. And for all of those people who need a little extra love, and let you know that you are worthy and this life is worth living. It truly is. And it does get better. It gets better.
Amen. I like that.
All right.
All right. We'll see you then.